deeper into the worldwide outage. We're joined now by Harjinder Singh, Lallie, an associate professor of cybersecurity at Warwick University. And I think the first question that many of us are asking is, how does something like this happen? We all thought there might be redundancies or firewalls, something to prevent a glitch from essentially causing chaos around the world.
Hi, thank you for having me. So what we have here is this was an upgrade failure. So in other words, it's a piece of software that was supposed to be upgraded 99.9% of the time. That happens without any problems. It gets upgraded and the system carries on working as normal. In this case, it didn't carry on working as normal. There was a problem with the upgrade, and now hundreds and hundreds of systems around the world somehow need to go backwards to a system that worked last night. And it's a case of how quickly they can do that in order to get everything up and running again.
So for those of us who aren't cybersecurity experts or tech experts at that, many of us would think just turn the thing on and off and reboot it. But I'm guessing it's not that simple, and they probably have pretty complicated work to do right now.
Yeah, that's what we would like to happen, and that's what should be happening. And so when you write a piece of software and it's designed to upgrade a system, what it effectively does is overwrite the code that was already there. So our phones are upgrading all the time. You know, if you've got an Apple or you've got an Android, it kind of updates itself, and you can never see any problems. It just goes through without any issues. In this case, this is a piece of it's a kind of antivirus software. You know, the irony of that is quite interesting. It's a anti-malware package which just didn't update properly. And when that happens, the system's kind of like, oh, which piece of software should I be running? Is it the new one? Is it the old one? And it gets confused and it just fails to function.
How long do you think it'll take to get this back up and running in a good way for things to be ironed out?
Okay, so what has to happen now is a system that has failed its upgrade, it has to go back to the last version that was running correctly. And we presume that they've got backups and that they can just go back to the backup. In many cases, that doesn't take long. It can be 5, 10, 15 minutes, but in some cases, it can be a lot more complicated than that. For example, if it's a server rather than just a typical Windows machine, it will take a lot longer than 5 minutes to go backwards to the version that was running last night, get that back up, reboot, and fingers crossed, it should all be back up. So I haven't got an easy answer for that. It could be 5 minutes for some systems. It could be hours for others, I'm afraid.
And another thing is also, I see that they're working on to try and fix all this right now, but don't there need to be lessons learned from all of this? Doesn't there need to be some way to foolproof the system to make sure that something like this does not derail large parts of the world economy in the future? Don't tech companies like, for instance, Microsoft and CrowdStrike need to put some sort of system in place to try and make sure this doesn't happen again?
That is a really good question. I mean, what we expect to see as the public is that it works 100% of the time, not even 99%, because if they're upgrading once a week, that means once every 2 years there's going to be a catastrophic failure, and we don't want a catastrophic failure at any time. Now, what should be happening is all their resilience planning, it should be tested internally, and I'm arguing that it should be audited externally as well. They should be going through these drills. If this happens, what do we do and how do we recover and how quickly can we recover? And it'd be interesting to see what their resilience planning says. But the other thing, other problem we have is I am a bit surprised. I mean, we need to know more details, obviously, but I am a bit surprised that something like this could get through QA, that a patch, an upgrade could get through QA and no one notices that there are problems. So there's certainly lessons there that either Microsoft, or in this case, it's CrowdStrike, it's their software. It's a lesson that they need to learn from this.
Absolutely, with these wide-ranging consequences. Harjinder Singh, Lallie, thank you very much for joining us.